What's up, everybody? Johnny from All Around Boxing here. I'm here with Milo Garcia, man. Milo is how old? First off, how old are you?
Oh, 23.
You're 23, man. You're a ABF champ, and I met you at a Thunderbolt event. You were just in the back, bro, and you had that belt. I mean, you had that proud. You know, you were just. I was like, man, who's this guy with the belt? I was like, and then I even asked your name, like, who are you? And you're like, my name is Milo, and I'm, Milo Garcia. I'm 10, and you're I think 9-1 at the time.
No, it's 10-1 actually.
You're 10-1.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a pot still.
Yeah, and so I talked to you, and then I did a little bit more research on you, looked at a couple of your fights, and I like your fighting style. I also like your style, bro, because, I have you on Instagram, and you have that. Well, first off, what type of car is that?
It's a 1985 Cutlass.
Yeah, and it's lifted, but
yeah,
how high is it lifted?
It has like about a 4-inch lift, about a 5-inch lift, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's on 26s.
Dang, and when'd you get that?
I had that. My parents bought me that car for graduation. So I actually graduated 2 years early. I graduated at 16. So they bought me that car, and then from there, I just fixed it up. I did the paint, the lift, the engine work, all kinds of things to it. I'm like 15 grand into it already.
Damn, man, so that's your baby right there. And the interior, is it all done up?
Yeah, the interior's all original.
Oh,
I'm not going to
shoot.
touch it.
Yeah.
I just got TVs in there. So I got like 7 TVs.
7 TVs?
Yeah.
Wait, well, one on the dash, one on the...
So I got a flip out one right in the middle, 2 on the side. It's a backward camera and a TV, and then 2 big ones in the right in the middle.
Oh, man, that's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I like it, man. And, you typically don't see, cutlasses with those, at least I don't see them with that big rims. Because I mean, that's usually like a Texas thing.
Yeah, it's more like a down south Florida thing.
Yeah.
Because to put rims on a car like that, it takes a lot of work and money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of people don't do it. And then I know what I'm doing, so so I did it.
So do you work on it yourself?
No, I have people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't mess my hands up.
Yeah. Well, that's badass, dude.
Yeah.
That is a sick freaking cutlass, man.
Yeah, I get a lot of attention everywhere I go. People are offering me money. Like I got somebody actually offered me $15,000 for it.
Really?
But I'm like, no, I can't sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice car, man. And like I said, I like that style, man, because you don't see that.
Yeah.
You usually see lowriders, white wall with spokes and stuff like that. But yours is unique, man. It's like you said, it's a down south thing. Or Texas, man. When I went to San Antonio, bro, and when was it for the Castro fight? Okay. And I saw some lowriders, but not really lowriders, like cars like yours, with big old rims. So that's badass, bro. And also, I know you stay in the gym and you stay ready. And we're talking right now before your coach, and your coach says that you guys are like training in your backyard.
Yeah,
right
training
now.
in the backyard. Yeah.
So you guys don't really have a gym.
No.
That's pretty crazy, man. Like you're right. You got this belt. You're 10-1. And you're just training in your backyard, bro.
It's all about discipline.
Yeah.
That's what it's always talking about. It's all about discipline. If you really want it, you're gonna train you're gonna train whatever it takes to get that working.
So let's talk about your early days, man, because all that mentality you have right now obviously was taught to you when you're coming up, right? In your amateur days, even in your days when you're in school, right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about your school days, man. Like, I know we talked earlier, and we talked about you being in school and you getting in fights a lot, man.
Yeah.
So first of all, let's talk about your first fighting experience, like in school, bro. Like, were you scared at all to fight a kid, or were you just like, let's get it on?
No, because honestly, I grew up in a rough neighborhood. So it was just, you either had to fight or you just back down. And so when I went to school, it was nothing. It was just, I get in a fight, that's it. So I was ready for whatever was ready. Like, whatever was going to come, I was ready for it. Because I grew up in a rough neighborhood, so that was nothing.
Yeah, and you grew up in South Phoenix, right?
Yeah, South Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, man. Bro, yeah, that you grew up in enough neighborhood over there, bro. So, so you weren't scared when your first time, man? Like, I guess, when you were a kid, did you ever have a moment to where it humbled you? Like when you were a kid, or were you always just like a pretty badass fighter? And
honestly, I was scared. That's why my mom threw me in the gym, because I was scared. I didn't care. I was just like, I'm gonna fight. I was ready. I was ready for everybody.
Damn, so. You stayed ready.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's talk about your first the first time you stepped into a boxing gym. So, how'd you even step into a boxing gym? What influenced you? And also, like, what did you think?
I remember when I first walked in the gym, I was scared actually. I was like, damn. I seen everybody hitting the bags and all these people. I'm like, honestly, I was looking at everybody. I was scared. I was like, damn, I don't want to be here. Then my mom was like, you're gonna start training since you want to be fighting and getting in trouble. You're gonna start training. You're gonna go with your brother. I was like, all right. So the next thing you know, I remember the first time I actually sparred. after I got done sparring, I was busted. I was bleeding and everything, and I
Damn.
was like, I told mom I don't want to do it no more. And she's like, no, you're gonna take your ass back to the gym. You're gonna keep training. Then next, I just kept going back, and I'm like, I want to quit, Mom, I want to quit. And she's like, no, you're gonna keep going. The next, I stopped asking her. The next, I started fighting, doing amateurs, and going to the nationals, and just went from there. I stopped. I'm not. After a while, I started loving the gym.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this. I want to keep doing it. I want to go pro rated. I was a little kid. I was like, I want to go pro. Yeah.
So looking back, man, at that one time, like you said, the first time you sparred, man, it was pretty rough, right?
Yeah, it was rough. Yeah.
So looking back to that, did that humble you at all, or what did that teach you, man? Getting kind of, from street fighting to when you're a kid to being in the gym to where it's kind of organized.
Yeah.
But then there's people that really do know how to fight, right?
Yeah.
Those straight punches, they're not just
Yeah, 'cause
winging
actually,
it.
I was gonna throw a kick too when I first time I was actually gonna throw a knee, but I was like, oh, I can't.
You should have been an MMA fighter, Milo.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody started laughing. Like, you can't do that. It was
Yeah.
funny though.
No, that's cool, man. Like, but like you said, you went to the gym, you sparred.
Because
it
I was
just a
only
different
I was
experience.
only like 8 years old, so I was still a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then you continued boxing, right? You said
Yeah.
you stayed ready. Did you learn anything like as a kid in boxing that you really remember now that you're a pro? Like meaning some advice that a coach gave you?
Yeah, it's just
Or an
this
experience.
is one coach. His name was Chris. He used to train with Walt's gym, the Maricopa. He says you always got to sprint. If you don't sprint, you ain't gonna. You gotta run and sprint, but sprint's the main one. If you don't sprint, you're just gonna get tired. You can't throw combinations and can't have no speed. So that's what I always kept. So every time when I get ready for my fights, I do like long. We do sprint. We do like 10, 15 sprints, but like long distance with weights on and with the parachute, we go crazy on the workouts.
Yeah.
So I always stuck that in my head. I gotta do sprints.
Yeah. So from there, you became an amateur, right?
Yeah.
And then let's talk about your first amateur fight. Who do you know who even that guy was?
Yeah, his name was Alfredo.
Okay. Oh, Fredo Escarzaga.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to say his last name.
Yeah. I know, dude.
I was gonna say Escobar or something. but-
Escobar. Oh man, he's gonna look at this. When I first met Alfredo, same way, man. I was like, it took me a couple times in the repeating it when I'm driving driving home. Escarzaga to say it.
Scars. All right.
Yes, Escarzaga.
Escarzaga.
You can say it like that. Escarzaga.
Yeah. I don't know how to say his last name. That was kind of hard. I was gonna say Escobar, but
Yeah.
yeah, he was my first amateur fight. I think it was like at 69 pounds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was the Golden Gloves, and then he beat me by decision. So
That's cool, man, and that's cool that you grew up with him. And who else did you kind of come up with here in the
see.
boxing ranks, like for boxing that are pros?
Fernando Martinez,
Okay.
B Fly.
Yep.
I used to spar him a lot. He's kind of our gym. There's some other fighters, but I can't remember the names. They're like pro too now.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names right now. But
Yeah, but that's cool, man.
oh,
Like,
actually Sharky too. I used to spar Sharky.
Oh,
like
Sharky, yep.
Yeah, I used to spar Sharky like almost every week. When we were kids, we go to his gym. They come to our gym. We're always sparring.
he's a realtor now, man.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a
wow.
realtor. He's I follow him on Instagram. It's like Servine Realtor,
All
or
right.
real estate or something like that. He's doing pretty good, man. It looks
Yeah.
like he's pretty happy, and I hope I see him fight, man, because I know he he lost that fight in top rank.
Top rank, yeah. See.
And so I want him to bounce back, man.
Yeah, make a
Shout out to
comeback, that'd be
Sharky,
good.
man.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good fighter. Remember when he fought who's that guy he fought for when he fought for the Arizona State title belt?
Torito.
Yeah, no, not Torito. That's Danny fought Torito, I think.
His name's
Yeah, I know. People know.
yeah.
But he fought in the Sudbury Theater. That fight was badass, bro. There were so many people there.
Oh,
from Phoenix.
it wasn't Luis.
Luis Espinoza.
Yeah, Espinosa. Yeah, it wasn't Luis.
Yep.
Yeah.
He fought Luis Espinoza. That fight was so huge.
Yeah,
was
I was
so
there
huge.
too that day. It was a good
Yeah.
fight.
It was a good fight, and then that felt like a true championship fight.
Yeah, they were going at it like it was just throwing blows. I was like,
Yeah.
that was a good fight. I
Everyone
remember
was
that.
screaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
man.
like, I think I had like I was sitting like kind of front row a little bit.
Yeah.
I was right there. I was watching everything. I was like, they were doing some good hits.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
So that's cool that you come you know those fighters, man. I know
Yeah.
them too, and so it's pretty cool, man. Like the boxing fighters that we have here, man. We have some really good fighters like
Yeah, there's a lot of
yourself,
fights,
and you know, like the ones that came up with you, that I think are gonna make some big noise. That's why I'm really excited, man. That's why I'm here talking to you too, man, because I feel like you're gonna make some big noise here in Arizona.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
love it that you rep
Yeah.
Arizona too, man, because not a lot of fighters here in Arizona rep Arizona. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your first amateur fight, right? And then let's talk about some achievements in the amateur career that you got, man. What are some achievements and some milestones that you're really proud of in the amateur?
The ones that I'm really proud of, I got like fight of the night, at least 4 or 5 times. I got fight of the night.
Really?
Yeah. Then in the team trophies, we got team trophy. Oh, not team. Is it team trophy? Yeah, like all your fighters win. Then you get the coach gets like a team trophy. Yeah, but my best achievements was actually winning the fight of the night.
Wow.
I used to get this because I was always fighting. I always went to fight.
Yeah.
So I was real happy when I used to get those.
Yeah. How many times? And you said you got those? How many
But I
times?
think it was like had to been at least like 5 times.
Dang.
Yeah, I got fight of the night.
That's badass. That means
Yeah.
everyone was like, man,
Yeah.
that dude put on a show.
Yeah, it was real. It was nice.
So from amateurs, anything else? You said you went to the nationals, right?
Yeah, I went to nationals. Yeah.
So how'd you do in nationals?
Honestly, it was I lost like a few nights in it, but it was like a whole different environment. It was tough. Like these fighters from like New York. I fought a dude from New York, and I fought another dude from like Texas, and it's tough because you have to weigh in every day, and then fight day after day. It was just like it was real. Cause to me it was tough. So I was like, damn. So I felt like I had I don't know. I felt like my weight. Cause you couldn't you had to stay at the same weight, and then the next day after you fight, you still had to go to the weigh-ins. So I think that was like the hard part.
It took a lot of energy, huh?
Yeah.
It trained you. So, did you fight anyone in the amateurs that like any known fighters right now?
I fought what's his name? Fernando Martinez. I fought him in the amateurs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then Alfredo. Then who else?
But what about like any outside of Arizona?
Outside Arizona. Let's see, damn. Honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember now, but yeah.
Dude, that was what, a couple years ago.
Yeah. Then,
So it's a tough question.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. And then from there, when did you decide to go pro? Like, were you?
Oh, I think I was like around 16 already. Cause I was getting tired of the amateurs. Cause I'm more of a boxer. I like to box now. I like to like stick and move. Cause I'm tall for my weight.
Yeah.
So I like to do that. So in the amateurs, you have to throw a punch. You gotta just throw them for three rounds. I'm more of a boxer, so when I was about 16, I was like, I want to go pro now. I'm tired of the amateurs. Then I think when I turned 18, that's when I went pro. I got a fight in Mexico. It was actually on the Roy Jones card in Mexico. Then that was my debut.
Oh, Roy Jones.
Yeah.
So that was what, 2016, 17?
No, it was, I think like 2017 maybe.
2017?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, Heath, no, not Heath. What's his name? No, Keith Veltri. That's when Keith Veltri was. I don't even think he's still the promoter for Roy Jones. Remember him and his wife, Keith, the white dude with like kind of spiky hair.
I'm not too sure. It's been a minute. Yeah.
But yeah, he was doing Roy Jones promotions. I don't know if he still is. I would have to find out. But that's cool. So you did it in Mexico. What part of Mexico?
It was Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It was actually cool too, cause we went with Roy Jones in the van. So all of us rode together.
Really?
So yeah, Roy Jones was a humble dude, man. He was real cool talking and everything. Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that experience. So
Yeah,
let's talk about that experience, right? You were in a van or car with Roy Jones Jr., one of the best fighters, like top 5 maybe, top 10 best fighters ever, right? And you're just there sitting with
honestly,
them,
I didn't
chopping
even,
it up with them.
Yeah, I didn't even know. We pull up to this house, this dude, the promoter's house, and then he was like, "Yeah, Roy Jones in the back." And then me and my coach like, "Roy Jones is here?" He's like, "Yeah, he's in the back, staying at my house." And the promoter had another house in the back. He's like, "You guys want to meet him?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go meet him." And then we met him. I was shocked. I'm like, "Roy Jones is here? What the hell?" Then from there, everybody got ready. We all took off in the van, and we were all rolling together. And we're talking to Roy Jones. He's a humble dude, real cool.
So that ride, man, like, what'd you guys talk about? Did you just talk about fighting?
Yeah, it was just about boxing, him making a comeback, and then like he was giving me advice. Like it was my debut, and he was like, "Yeah, don't be scared. Think about what you're gonna do to him, not what he's gonna do to you." And then he was just giving me all kinds of advice, and I was just taking it. And I was like, it was making me more confident.
No, dude, that's such a rare thing, right? Like, before you fight, you talk to a legend.
Yeah.
Usually, you're talking to a coach, or you're talking to maybe like a guy that's kind of been good, or right, or that's rare before your pro fight to talk to a legend, and your legend give you a pro fight, man.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool. That's
what gave me confidence.
Yeah.
I was like, because remember when I was little, I used to watch his videos a lot. I was like, damn, Roy Jones is a bad dude. Then next you know, I fight on my debut, and he's there. Then after
Did he see you fight?
Yeah, after he was right there watching. After I got done, he's like, "Good job, you did real good." I was like, "Thank you, appreciate it."
Dang.
So then he walked the other way. He went to go get it, talk to his other fighter. But it was really good experience. I was happy.
Yeah, man, that's a cool thing, man, and I'm glad that happened to you in your pro fight, man. Because
I got him to sign my gloves too after the fight was over. My first professional gloves I used, I got him to sign them. So he signed them. So I got him right now in a case.
Yeah.
In a glass case. It's pretty bad.
Dang, that's cool, man. So after your pro fight, obviously, you fought a couple of times. Now let's talk about that there's a loss in your record, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason why I'm talking about that is because I was actually talking to Jesus Ramos, and that dude trains there, and he says, "Oh, I want to fight Milo, whatever." They call him the Honey Badger. I forgot his real name. A lot of people in boxing, and I don't get it, man, think a loss is like the end of the world.
Yeah.
And obviously, you didn't have that mindset, because even though you got that loss, you could have been like, "Oh man, I'm done. No promoter's gonna want me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm done. Blah blah." But you continue fighting after that loss.
Yeah.
Tell me, yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
I was
Let's talk about
I was
it.
motivated, but thing is though, he could talk, he could brag and all, but I took that fight at a 118. I'm not a 118. I'm usually 112, 115. So I took that fight on his terms, whatever. So then honestly, I was training with another. I don't want to say his name, but I was with another trainer. So
Yeah.
I was doing my own thing because he wasn't really training me. So when I took that fight, I was doing my own thing. I was training myself. But for him to be with top level coaches out there, he should have knocked me out. He should have finished me.
Yeah.
He beat me by decision. So I was tired. Basically, I was tired when I was fighting him. I was tired. And there was a shot I threw at him. I hit him with a clean. I think it was a clean right hook. Boom! I buckled him. He was wobbled and everything. But I was tired already, so I backed up and he got off. I let him get off the hook. But he got lucky though. But if he wants to run it back, we could run it back.
That's cool, man. And you know what? Like I said, I like that. Even though you got a loss, it didn't defeat you, man. And that goes to show, man, that you really do love fighting.
Yeah.
Like, you love this sport. Like, you're in it not to fuck around.
Yeah.
And I don't even say, yeah, you are in it for the money, but
Yeah,
that's gonna come.
Yeah, the money's gonna come. I'm more in it because I love the sport.
Damn, that's good, man. And like, that's awesome that you have that mentality, because that's gonna take you a long ways. And that's awesome that you're even an Arizona fighter, because man, it's been a long, man, since we need more champions here. We got David, right? We got Castro's doing his thing. We got Keenan doing his thing, but we need more champions, man.
Yeah.
Like to have. We need more champions, but we need more people to have a championship mentality like what you have. That's a championship mentality. To get a loss early in your career, but to continue and still be hungry.
Honestly, I think that loss, I'm kind of glad it kind of happened because it humbled me, and honestly, I learned a lot. Like, I changed all kinds of things up. Like, so that loss kind of helped me out.
So what are some things that taught you after that loss?
Like, when I lost, like, honestly, like, it changed my mentality. Like, I was like, it made me train harder, and then like, I started switching everything up. I started getting like conditioning coaches, and then that's when I met another coach, and then ever since I did all that, boom, look at my record now. I'm on a winning streak. So I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it kind of is because it helped me out. So now I'm humble now. Like, it changed my mentality.
So that loss happened. You continue fighting. You haven't fought in a while, though, right?
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half.
So a year and a half. I guess is it because of you're not getting the opportunity, or is it because you're just not ready, or life
Honestly,
happened?
it's that, and I can say bad management.
Okay.
Cause I've been trying to call.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, 'cause I've been trying to call these other promoters, like, get on there, and it's just a lot of runaround.
Yeah.
But my manager, he just give me a runaround too. So that's what it is. That's why I'm like on the. Right now, so I'm like just holding, see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Well, you know
See
what?
my options.
The good thing about right now in Arizona is there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's obviously Iron Boy, man. Iron Boy obviously, they know what they're doing. But there's Del Sol, there's Sweet Science. I don't know if Thunderbolt's gonna do their thing or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's another promotional coming up that's gonna come up soon. There might be, but there's a lot of options for you, man. And so that's a good thing, because now you get to, if you're managing your own career, man, you can go fight here and there and there and this.
I was kind of happy too that what was it on Thunderbolt? They gave me an opportunity. They put me main event, and I haven't fought in the States in a while. And then they're like, "We'll put you main event for another title shot." And I was happy. I was like, "Hey, yeah, let's do it." Then everything just fell off towards the end. The opponent didn't show up.
Yeah. So when would you like to come back and fight? I guess when ideal. Are you ready? If they say, "Hey, you're fighting next month," would you be ready, or would you like to fight?
Honestly, I'd be ready like in 2 months. I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Cause right now cause it's too hot. We're training outside right now, so it's too hot. So we just took like a couple weeks off. So right now, I say like in a month or two, I'll be ready. Line them up.
So you train outside, man. And your trainer? What's his name?
Ulysses.
Ulysses.
Yeah.
I guess talk about your relationship with him. You know, how'd you guys even connect? And you know, you guys seem to have a pretty cool relationship, man.
We actually met at a gym. It was what's the gym called?
Ulysses, what was that gym called?
What was that gym called again? Oh yeah, we met at the Gauntlet. Yeah, cause I remember I was just coming in to train there.
Oh, the one, yeah, in South Phoenix, the one on 24th Street.
Yeah, that's where I started. That's why I was going there, and then he was in there training his kid and all that. Then I would be in there training, and then he would see me. We'll chop it up here and there. Then we'll go our own way. Then after a while, we started like talking more, getting closer. Then the next thing we started training together, and then it just took off from there. Then ever since I met him, his training just been crazy. Like ever since I met him, my training went way higher. Like my training just, I feel like I'm 10 times better than I was before.
So I guess what makes Ulysses like? What are some things that he's teaching you that's really taking you to a different level? Because not a lot of people know about Ulysses, man. I mean, I didn't know about him. You know?
Yeah. He's a real dedicated trainer. Cause every day he calls me, what am I doing? What am I eating? Did you run? What time did you get up? Did you go to sleep early? And then every time we train, we do like crazy. Like we do a lot of speed. One day it'll be speed. One day it'll be conditioning, footwork, power. Everything's always different. So that's why I feel like I'm getting better and better. Because if he sees me with my hands down and my chin up, he's always correcting me, getting mad, and like, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. So that's why I feel like my craft just gets better and better.
So I guess what is some besides his training, man? Because your coach seems like he's not only your coach physically, right, getting you physically ready, but he's also your coach mentally, right, and helping you get prepared not only as a boxer to go in there, basically to fight for your life, right, but also he's fine tuning you into a young man, right. What are some things that he's teaching you that's teaching you like, hey, boxing is not life, but it's a way of life?
Trying to think.
Okay, I'll be a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
What is a quote or a saying that he says to you that's really been ingrained in your head?
I think we should ask him.
Yeah?
Hey, Ulysses.
What is a piece of advice that you always tell him?
Like when we're like on the training part, or?
No, just like a life advice.
Well, I think it's
You want to come in?
if it doesn't hurt, it don't count.
It don't hurt, it don't count?
If it's not hurting, it's not counting.
Okay, so what he said is if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count, which basically means
Doing much,
hard things, are supposed to hurt, but it's kind of like that quote that Mike Tyson, do things that you hate and pretend like you love them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of figure he's teaching
honestly, that's how it is with training. Like I hate training, but I do it like I love it. Everybody's like, "Damn, you're real committed, like dedicated, this and that." But in my head, I'm like, I hate this.
Yeah.
But honestly, I still love the sport though, cause I come from generations. I'm the lad, cause like my great grandpa, my cousins, they all were pro. Everybody, they're all pros. Like a lot of my family members are pros.
Let's talk about that. I guess your background, right? So you said, your great uncle or your great grandpa or great uncle.
Yeah, no, great grandpa. Yeah.
Your great grandpa was a boxer, and a couple of your families were pro boxers. So you've been in the sport a lot.
Yeah.
Right, and you've seen it. What did growing up, man? Like how was it seeing your uncles and your families become a pro boxers and seeing them?
Like my cousin.
What are their names too?
Oh, I'll give him credit. My cousin's name's Mario Ramos. He fought on Showtime, ESPN. He even fought Lamont. He fought Lamont Peterson.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, and he fought some other fighters, but he fought on like Showtime and all that, like on HBO. So that was like in the early 2000s. So that I remember when I was little, I used to watch them on TV. And I was like, damn, I think I could do that too. Then later on, I was like, that's when my mom took me to the gym, and in my head, I'm like, if he could do it, I could do it too. So that's when, but I got a few cousins that were pros. So.
And then you also said your brother, right? Your brother was a pro too?
No, he's my brother actually my trainer too.
Okay.
Yeah, then my brother he's real strict on me, like he's a real asshole, like, to me. He's like, if I don't listen, he'd
Very militant.
Yeah, like I remember too, like when I fight, he slapped me a couple times in the corner. Cause he was so mad cause I wasn't doing what I was doing. He slapped. I was like, I remember I was sitting down in the corner. He's like, wake the fuck up, and boom, he slapped me right in my face. Like, so what do you? He takes the game serious.
Yeah.
So my brother's real. He got a short temper. So
Yeah, you know who kind of does that is Joel Diaz.
Oh, does he?
Joel Diaz, I've seen him do that to a couple of his fighters.
Didn't he do it with Timothy Bradley?
Yeah, Timothy Bradley.
That's where I seen it.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's how my brother. He's actually a real good trainer too. He trains me. Him and Elisa. If them two, like, I got them two in my corner. I got a good team.
That's cool, man. So I didn't even know your brother was your trainer. So
Yeah.
talk to me about that relationship, man. That's pretty cool that your brother's able, you have that understanding with them and you respect them that much to listen to them. So talk about how does that relationship work, man? How close are you and your brother?
Me and my brother were real close. Honestly, he teaches me a lot of stuff I don't even know, but I'm like, damn. And then I just pick off from him. Honestly, I think my brother is actually a better fighter than me.
Yeah.
And he had like 20-some amateur fights, but he was always sparring pros, like all kinds of pros in Arizona. He was always sparring them. But he's real. I think he's better than me.
What's his name?
James Garcia.
James Garcia. And
Yeah.
so, what when your brother's training you, man? What is some advice that he gives you that you really like? Because obviously you got Ulysses' advice, but then you got your brother, and your brother's like it's different, man. It's family. You know what I mean? It's like, what does he tell you?
Honestly, he's more like just, you better go in there and do what you got to do. You better not embarrass yourself.
So he's keeping you in line. That's what he is. He's there.
I'm scared of him though. Like, cause he got a short temper. I'm like, I don't want to piss him off. Yeah.
Well, he's your bigger brother, man.
Yeah.
And so, how old is he?
He's 25 or 26.
Oh man, he's still young too.
That's what we were talking about. We were thinking about him going pro.
Yeah, man, he's still young, and he's 2 years older than you?
Yeah. Oh no, 3.
3 years.
Yeah, cause
older
I'm 23. He's 20. Yeah, 26. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's 3 years older than you, man. So growing up, did you guys spar at all?
Oh yeah, we even to this day we still spar each
Yeah.
other. He's bigger than me, but he works. But he still puts it, like, he still hits me, but I can feel it. But
coming up, did you guys do that too?
oh yeah, me and him were actually the ones always fighting too in the backyard, we were always fighting each other, like actually throwing blows at each other.
Yeah.
But now we're real close. We got a relationship. It's cool.
Did you at least get yours when you're coming in? I know he's your bigger brother, but did you get yours?
I always got a few hits, but he always got the better end of it.
That's cool, man. That's cool that you and your brother had that relationship.
Yeah.
I know there's some couple fighters here that fight at Old School, Charlie and Brian. Man, I asked them that same question, and they're the same way too, man. They fought when they're coming up, and I always find that's pretty unique, man. Especially brothers that fight together. It's something special to see, right? Because they're able to duke it out and then come out and then just be like,
Yeah, because when we're sparring, actually when we do spar each other, we're like, because he bleeds easy, so I be like, when I bust him up and everything.
Yeah.
He hits me hard, like we be going at it. Then after everything's done and over, we shake hands and then he be like, get on the fucking bag, or we're gonna do mints now. Like that's how he is with me, like.
Yeah.
So he's real strict with me.
So you're thinking about you could be ready in 2 months to fight.
Yeah.
Are you looking to for sure get a fight by the end of this year?
Yeah, this end of this year I'm gonna get a fight for sure. At the end of this year. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try at least get like 2 fights.
Okay.
At least 2. Yeah. Yeah.
At what weight?
Either I'm honestly it's gonna be like 112 to 115. 112 to 115. Yeah.
So, hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the podcast for this long. I just want to take a quick second and remind you guys to please like, share, comment, and subscribe to All Around Boxing TV. I also want to say thank you to Milo Garcia. Man, I really appreciate that you wanted to come talk to me on a Saturday. You could be doing anything else, and you wanted to spend it with me. And hopefully, this makes your fan base grow here in Arizona even more, man. So thank you so much. And to the Arizona boxing fans, please follow him. His Instagram is @that'smilo. So it's going to be down below here. So please follow him and support your local fighter. To any sponsors, I want to sponsor a young, hungry fighter like Milo who wants to be nothing but the best. You could contact him on Instagram @that'smilo. Again, it's going to be down below. Again, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to All Around Boxing TV, and enjoy the rest of the video. So what we were talking about earlier, Milo, was you're saying that by the end of this year, you're for sure at least wanting to get 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah.
And what weight division was that again?
112 to 115.
And so, are you looking to defend this belt? Are you looking to get another belt?
Honestly, I was supposed to fight for I was actually supposed to fight for another belt. It was the UBO. It was gonna be in Mexico. And what's his name? Eddie Reynoso was actually co-promoting that fight.
Oh, really?
If you look it up online, that fight I was supposed to do is actually still online. You can read everything about it. Yeah, but I was supposed to fight for another belt, but something happened with the promoter, the other promoter. Yeah, but so but right now I'm hopefully by the end of this year I probably get at least 2 fights.
You know, let's talk about this belt, right? And when you got it, tell me about you even achieving this, man. Who you're facing and
Yeah.
what happened?
It's a funny story too for this fight. Cause when I fought for this belt, it was at it was supposed to be it was at 114. So we both waiting at 114. But the thing is, the dude that I fought, he had a twin brother, and then the other brother that fights, he fights like at 125, 130. He's just a little bit taller, and has longer hair. And the dude that I was supposed to fight, he had no hair. So the day of the fight night, his other brother is getting ready to fight.
What?
They were trying
Scandalous.
they were trying to do a switcheroo on me. It was funny, cause me and my other coach, his name's Larry. We were getting ready, and then we were like, why is the other brother? He didn't weigh in. Why is he putting his wraps on? And we were talking. Next thing you know, I was ready to get my turn to fight, and then the other brother was putting his wraps on his shoes, and that's like he didn't weigh in. Why is he? And the dude that I weighed in with, he was just sitting there eating chips and like just chilling, and we were like, what the heck? What's going on? And then we were putting my gloves on and everything. And he was putting his stuff on, and we were like, who you fighting? He's like, I'm fighting him, your guy. And my coach is like, no, that's not. So my coach, everybody put out their phones, and we were like, no, this ain't you, cause you could tell who's who.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was a whole different. It was a big commotion. They were actually gonna cancel the fight for this. The promoter got mad, cause I don't know if he knew or something, but he's like, I'm gonna cancel both of you guys' fights. You guys ain't gonna fight, this and that. It was a big old commotion that day, but it was funny, cause the twins, they tried to switch it up, and they tried to put the big brother in. But I ended up stopping I ended up stopping him going into the 3rd round. He didn't want to come out.
Okay.
He was I guess he was hurt. He didn't want to go no more.
Well, there's a reason why he didn't want to fight you, man.
Yeah. But
hey, that's crazy, bro. Like you try to do.
Yeah.
I don't think that like amateurs, anything will prepare you for that moment, right? You're like ready to get fight for this belt, right? You're ready, and all of a sudden you're just like, are you really trying to switch out?
It was a whole. You could tell who's who in the brothers.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was funny. Everybody put out their phones. It was like, this is the guy. This ain't the guy. Then the promoter like, I'm just gonna find him. He's gonna get penalized, whatever, something like that. Then next thing you know, I fought. The brother, he was tough though. He was short, but he had a hard hit. I felt his hit. I was like, damn, he can hit hard, but I was still walking him down, just catching him body shots and giving him some clean ones. And then coming into the 3rd round, he was in the corner and he was like, I don't want to go no more. I'm done. That's when the referee just called it off, and I won this bout.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure that situation even made this victory better.
Yeah.
And even though this is like a little belt, right? ABF.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Like, it's just a milestone, right?
Yeah.
Boom. You get another one. You get another one. And you get the belts building up to the ones that are
Actually
really
count.
actually count, right?
Yeah.
WBC, WBO,
IBF.
IBF,
Yeah.
WBA. And so, how did you feel when you got this belt, especially with that situation?
Yeah, I was happy because when I got this belt, I was like, damn, I got something around my waist now. But I was just more happy because I see my mom. She was all happy, cheering. Like she was more. I think she was more proud of me. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be in boxing if it wasn't for her. So when I seen her, it made me happy.
So talk about that, man, because I know your mom pushed you to do boxing, and your mom probably, she made that decision, and like even me when I was a kid, I didn't even know my parents made. I didn't like the decisions they made, but they knew what was good for me, and she made that choice, right? Hey, I'm gonna get my son out of fighting in the streets and have him fight. If he's gonna fight, he's gonna fight professionally, right? Or organized, right? She made that choice for you. What does your mom mean to you, man?
Oh, she means if it wasn't for her, honestly, I wouldn't even, like, my life would be totally different if it wasn't for her. I'd probably be out getting in trouble or out there partying, doing something I'm
Yeah.
not supposed to be doing. But that's why I thank her for putting me in boxing, because look where I'm at. Like, I'm getting to meet new people and new places, and just boxing just changes your life. So now, like, that's why I thank her for it.
So, your mom, what's your mom's name?
Cindy?
Cindy, is it Garcia or is
Yeah,
it
Cindy
something else?
Garcia, yeah.
So shout out to Cindy Garcia, man. You have a fine young man. But
That's why I got her name tattooed right here.
yeah, oh, that's cool. It's cool. Yeah, let's talk about your tats. So you got Cindy right there. So
Yeah.
what do your tats mean?
Oh, this is my mom's name, Cindy. Then it has her eye. Then this is the neighborhood I grew up, 35th and Rozier. And then it's just like I got all this
Oh,
done.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
I used to work by there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's just my tattoo. All this is my tattoo.
Yeah. Is it
Then-
just a sleeve, or are you tatted up, all tatted up?
Oh, just this piece, and then I got my name Milo right here.
Okay.
I grew up big. I got that name from my grandma when I was little, from a movie called Milo and Otis.
Really?
Yeah, that's from
Okay, let's
that's
talk
from-
about that. That's pretty cool.
yeah, that's from my-
What is that movie? What is it about?
Just about a movie, a cat and a dog, and then Milo is the cat and Otis is the dog, and they're real best friends. So when I was little, my grandma gave me that name. She gave me that name Milo because I used to stay with her,
Uh-huh.
and we had a dog named Otis. So that's why she gave me that name Milo, and ever since then I stuck with that name.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody knows me as Milo, not Mark.
Yeah.
And I don't really like the name Mark anyway.
Yeah.
So that's where everybody knows me as Milo.
Yeah. Well, I remember, because I was doing like a ranking system here for Arizona, and I remember I didn't know. I thought Milo was just something short, and I thought people knew as, cause it's like Marquee, right, or something like that. It's Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, East it's Marke, but the E silent, so
Okay.
it's Mark. Yeah.
So I remember I was talking to some trainers. I'm like, yeah, Mark Garcia. And they're like, who's that? And I'm like, oh, Milo. And they're like, oh yeah, Milo. So
Yeah.
not a lot of people know you as.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
As Mark.
Everybody knows me as Milo. Yeah.
So let's talk about a little bit more like the fan part of you in boxing, man. What is there a fighter that like inspired you to fight or that you kind of look up to?
Yeah. Honestly, when I used to look up, I used to watch a lot of. I used to look up to Hector Camacho.
Really?
Yeah, Macho time.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes I'll be like, I say my name, it'd be like it's Milo time when I get ready to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I got a three. Actually, oh my bad. I actually got a
okay.
3-finger ring, and it says Milo time on it. I got my name on it because I'm gonna start going by Milo time.
Yeah.
Because my time's gonna come soon. So
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I like how you segue to that.
yeah. So I'm gonna stick to that Milo time.
So Hector Camacho.
Yeah.
So would you say that's your favorite fighter of
Yeah.
all time?
Yeah, my favorite fighter. Yeah, Hector Camacho.
That's cool, man. So, what about nowadays, man? What is one of your favorite fighters that's fighting right now?
Right now, actually, would be. I got a few of them. I think probably be Teofimo.
Yeah.
I like his style. He's somebody you want to watch. Like the way he just be entertainment. It's all about the entertainment. Like he's just flashy. Throws his punches. Everything's about him. He's good. So like Teofimo would be now.
So, that's the fan part of you. Now the competitiveness in you, where you want to take this in the future. Obviously, you want to become a champion. You want to be the best.
Yeah.
Have you visualized how that's going to happen? Have you had those thoughts of like, man, when I'm there, I'm fighting, like,
Yeah. Honestly, like one day I'm thinking. I always think in my head like, damn. Hopefully I get up there one day. I want to be like Benavides and them.
yeah,
Like David, because he's a bad dude. Like if he came out of Phoenix, somebody else got to come next. Like it could be somebody from Arizona, but like I want it to be me, though.
yeah.
So I always think about it, like, damn, what if one day I'm up there?
So when you're preparing for a fight, like, what type of music do you listen to?
I'm more of a like rap, like something that's gonna pump me up, like I call it trap music.
Uh-huh.
Like they talk about like all kinds of like
Yeah, trap music.
Yeah, trap
we'll just
music.
leave it at that.
yeah. That's what I like to listen to. That it pumps me up. I listen to a lot of trap music.
So what are some of your favorite artists?
Like you got Lou Fu, like Kodak Black, JD Youngin, stuff like those kind of rappers. Like those type of music, they pump me up. Like that's what I like to listen to.
What about before a fight? Is there a song or when you train that like you listen to? It's like your song.
Honestly, no. It's like I don't know. It depends on my mood. It's all about the mood too. Like sometimes I like to listen to old school music. Like just that give me that beat, like give me that hype.
Yeah, I did see that you put some old school music when you're driving
Oh yeah, the Cutlass. Yeah,
the
that was,
Cutlass. What song was that?
That was Baby Boy to Prince. It's called On the Way.
Oh, yeah.
Big Boys Pushing the Whip or something
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
That's old school, bro.
Yeah, that's like the early
that's my
2000s.
generation
Yeah,
right
that's like
there,
early
bro.
2000s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2000s music.
I'm always bumping that in the every time I'm in the Cutlass, I'm always bumping old school or like something because I'm that my system in that car.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
What do you have?
have-
Well, I don't even want to say,
Yeah.
because that's a nice car, man. I don't
Yeah.
want to say what you have in there.
yeah, I got a lot of money up in that car. Like my system, like when I have the bass high, I'll break my window, like my trunk and all that.
Damn.
I got an expensive system in there.
Yeah.
Like my trunk will like literally break.
It just pops open?
No, like it would like crack because I got a nice paint job on it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like I actually already cracked it a little because I turned the bass up too because I was testing it out.
Yeah.
And my trunk just started flapping. My windows on like I actually did crack a little bit on my trunk a little bit because the bass is too. I'm telling you, I got everything in that car is expensive.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of money into it. So that system is crazy.
I was wondering if you're going to bring it today.
No, I only bring it like if I'm gonna go put gas. Like I only take it out if I'm cruising. I'm not gonna leave my car nowhere. Like
Yeah.
because those cars are easy to steal. All you gotta do is I don't want to say it, but
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no,
those cars are easier to
I've
take.
heard two Cutlasses. Any old school car like that, man.
yeah, they're
Even-
easy to break in. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people they want those cars. Those cars are worth money now, so
Yeah.
you gotta cherish it.
Yep.
So I'm blessed to have one.
So let's say you're about to fight, right, for world championship. What type of how do you prepare for a fight, right? Let's just say a regular fight, right? Let's not
Yeah.
say world champion. Let's just say for a regular fight, how do you prepare? What do you eat? How do you train? Like talk to me through a quick summary of your training camp.
Honestly, like my eating, I eat a lot of fish. Like that's why when I was for my last fight, like my last few fights actually I did, I was ripped up because I was all I ate was eating fish, like salmon, rice, and like just chicken. I was eating healthy and eating my drinking my protein shakes and all. I was already on point on weight like 2 weeks before the fight, so that's why I prepare like that. And a lot of we get sparring done, a lot of like we do a lot of road work like mountain like we run South Mountain or we go to A Mountain. A lot of we do a lot of mid work. Mid work is where it's at because that's where you're gonna perfect your craft. But honestly, that's what we do. We do a lot of like mid work, road work, sparring, stuff like that. Yeah.
And let's say before a fight, what do you eat after the weigh-ins? What's one of your
After the
favorite
weigh-ins, I
meals?
like to get like pasta or something, like spaghetti or pasta. That's like my go-to meal after a fight. After a weigh-in actually.
And what about after the fight?
After
your
the fight,
victory?
man, it's a burger or something like something. I gotta have something like meat. I gotta have some meat. Like it's either burger or like I don't know something big. I gotta be a big meal.
What about like a treat, like something to pick, like a candy bar or like a dessert that after the fight that you can like. Are you a sweet guy or anything like
Honestly, I'm not really. I'm not really into that much sweets. I'm more of a just like I gotta have. I'm more of a meat guy.
Yeah.
I gotta have like hamburger or something like ground beef or something like just. I gotta have meat. That's what I eat. I eat a lot of meat though. That's what has to be.
Fish and meat, right?
Yeah,
So
fish
it's
and
good,
meat,
man. It's old school fighter mentality right there. You know,
Yeah.
Rocky right there. Get a steak,
Yeah.
rare. How
That's
you like
why-
your steak?
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
But yeah, it's like damn. I'm trying to see how. Cause no, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I forgot what to say.
So that's cool, Milo. Like, I didn't even know anything about this, man. And honestly, I hope fighters and fans see this and get to know you more because I don't think you get a lot of love, bro. Like, I don't think you get a lot of love here in Arizona.
It's because I haven't fought here in the States. That's why. I actually only fought twice in the States. I fought here once and in Utah. I fought in Utah once. So that's like, and then, yeah, honestly, I don't get that much love, but I do have a big fan base. Like when I fought on when I was supposed to fight on Thunderbolt, I sold like almost $6,000 worth of tickets.
Wow.
So
So promoters, hey,
yeah,
come on,
so that
Iron
tells
Boy.
you
Iron
right
Boy.
there. That tells you right there, man. I had remember when I was taking the money to Fernando, I think I'm not sure if he's the promoter, the matchmaker.
Yeah.
I had a stack of money just like in a bag like this, just giving it to him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No,
That's
man.
fun.
See, I want to see more of you, man, because like I said, I like your fighting style, man. Like you said, you're a boxer, but you know how to put on a show.
Oh yeah,
You know when to fight,
yeah.
but you also know when not to get hit. So, man, like I said, I'm so glad I got to talk to you, Milo. I knew you're a cool and interesting guy. I just hope that this helps you, right? This little podcast I'm doing. I hope
Yeah.
the fans get to know you, and I hope, man, just you get a little bit of a following for what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
But you're a super cool guy, man. Like I said, I'm glad I did this interview. I'm glad I got to get to know you better because now when I do your interviews, after the fight,
Yeah,
when you
no.
fight here, man, I got a little bit more
Yeah.
to talk to, man. So man, thank you. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
But before we go, do you want to say anything to? Do you have any sponsors, bro?
I got a few sponsors like their own little business. I got like my brother. He has his own. He got his own trucking business. Then I got my cousin. He has his own clothing business. Like he does shirts and all that. So I got them too. And then I'm working on a few other sponsors right now.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because if there's any like companies watching this, man, if you guys want to sponsor Milo, hit him up on Instagram. What is your Instagram?
That's Milo _
And his Instagram will be down below right here. Hit him up if you want to help him out. He's hungry. He wants to be a great fighter, and he's repping Arizona, man. And I love that about you, man. I love my state of Arizona.
Yeah.
I love it. I will not live anywhere else. I don't even care if it's California, even though California weather is awesome.
Yeah.
I love this state, and I love that we have a lot of fighters here, really that could be great.
Yeah.
You, Charlie, Checo, we got Fernando, we got freaking Alfredo, we got Drizzle.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
dude, that's like 5.
Yeah.
I could count another 5 or 10 more
Oh, there's a lot,
fighters
right?
coming
Yeah,
up.
like actually I was at Checo's last fight, man. When he knocked that dude out from Tucson.
Baby Mike Tyson, brother.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yo, Checo, he's even here right there. Look at him.
Yeah.
He just woke up. Good morning.
Yeah,
So,
when he hit that, I think it was a 1-2. He hit him with it, boom, put him on his,
Bro,
put him on his
dude.
back.
I'm telling you, Checo.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this dude's crazy.
You know what? Let's talk about Checo for a little bit. Checo has that Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson like style.
Yeah.
And he has that like. He has to have that mentality because he has that power.
Yeah, he
like,
does. Yeah,
dude,
it's crazy.
He could win any fight. He just needs to freaking land that punch.
Yeah, once he lands that punch on
Boom,
you, man, you're
that
done.
lights out,
You
night,
ain't
night.
getting up, yeah.
That's cool, man. But before we go, what is what is your favorite punch to throw?
Damn, I don't know if I want to give that out.
No. Okay.
No, I'll give it out. It's my right hook.
Yeah.
My right hook, yeah.
Oh, but you gotta watch for your right hand too, man. Your left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that, right?
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, that's my favorite punch, though.
So, Milo, man, like I said, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate you
for coming.
giving the opportunity to be on your show.
Hey, man, it's my hobby. It's like what I
Yeah.
do. I like talking to people. I like talking to fighters. And what's most important to is I like talking to people that are doing the sport, especially here in Arizona, because we're let's represent Arizona, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, we love this state. So, all right, man.
I
Thank
appreciate you.
Appreciate
Thank
it. Yep.